Here's a good look at the external area of the Quest airlock module, the crew lock portion of the module, where the two spacewalkers will be emerging.
That's complete. Go on the handle. All right, open. Coming up, Steve. Yep, thank you. There you go. Good job. Yep, almost there.
Thermal cover on the outside of the Quest airlock module's crew lock opening up.
Back up behind it now, just like good numbers.
Copy, and you both are egressing. You can obviously see that it's sunlight, so you can go ahead and put your visors down and check your lights on.
Visors down, light on, EV2. Visors down, light on, EV3.
Copy. Okay, Shane, you can check both saber handles down when you get a chance.
Yeah, it's been work.
And we're watching live television pictures from the exterior cameras on the International Space Station as Shane Kimbrough, there in the spacesuit with the broken red stripes around the legs, makes the first exit from the Quest airlock module hatch. Be followed by fellow spacewalker Steve Bowen. They began the spacewalk at 12:24 p.m. Central Time as the space station complex orbited 220 miles over the South Pacific.
Okay, Steve, you can now egress the airlock, and then you're going to go back and get your crew lock TVA bag.
All right, I'll get that in work.
Shane Kimbrough now moving out on the handrail that connects the Quest airlock module to the truss structure. And here's a look at the helmet camera as Kimbrough moves hand over hand out toward the port solar alpha rotary joint.
All right, going up to the feeder rail.
Copy that, Shane, and you're going to install your tether shuttle on the meter port. Steve's going to go on the starboard.
Copy, I'm on port. Copy. Get these tethers off and I'll be ready. All right, thermal cover is closed.
This is Mission Control Houston looking at television pictures from outside the International Space Station's Quest airlock as spacewalker Steve Bowen, there in the suit with no stripes on the legs, maneuvers outside the airlock and closes the thermal cover over the hatchway. He's now moving out to the Port Solar Alpha Rotary Joint location so he can help Shane Kimbrough as they remove the multi-layer insulation covers on the Solar Alpha Rotary Joint on the left-hand side of the station's truss structure so that Kimbrough can begin his work lubricating the Solar Alpha Rotary Joint on the opposite side from where the crews have been working previously in the mission. Today's spacewalk beginning about 20 minutes earlier than originally scheduled. The start of the EVA delayed slightly by some difficulty with Shane Kimbrough's waistline seal on his extravehicular mobility unit, but with help from Chris Ferguson and Sadney Agnes inside the Quest airlock module, managed to get that seal firmly latched up, and the dogs all set in their positions.
Houston Endeavor for EVA. Go ahead. Just wanted to check all the inhibits are in place.
Spacewalkers verifying that all of the inhibits or safety measures are in place for the upcoming activity at the Port Solar Alpha Rotary Joint.
Okay, copy, and you have a go to translate out to the S0 port strut, and we'll do an inspection once you get to where you're looking.
Okay, thank you.
Inside the International Space Station, Endeavour pilot Eric Bowe serving as the intervehicular activity crew member, supporting the spacewalkers outside with relaying communications from the ground up and from the spacewalkers down to the International Space Station Flight Control Room, where lead EVA officer John Ray and his team are watching over the activities, supported by Flight Director Holly Ridings and the rest of her crew.
Copy that, Steve. Cover 6 is removed.
My visor. I gotta get in a different position here. I couldn't working too well.
Copy that, Tim.
First word back from spacewalker Steve Bowen and Shane Kimbrough, reporting that they do believe they see some lubricant on the outer canted surface of the race ring on the port side Solar Alpha Rotary Joint. One of the first jobs for the two spacewalkers there was to do a preliminary inspection of the race ring and its current condition, to relay that information down to engineers on the ground who are following along with the spacewalk and getting ready for the lubrication using Bray coat grease in the microgravity environment. Steve Bowen and Shane Kimbrough continue their work on the port side Solar Alpha Rotary Joint, removing the covers so that they can gain access to the race ring inside and provide some additional lubrication.
I've got the gun trapped and there's grease already coming out, so it's the J-hook area.
Okay, copy. It's primed, and you're going to grease the inner canted surface under covers 14 and 15.
Copy that.
So, Steve, just kind of the big picture here. You're going back to put in TBA3 under covers 17 and 18. And 17 and 18, the covers are actually stowed on phase 4.
Understand. All right, when I get out here, I'm going to leave my tether so it doesn't interfere with me down there.
Copy.
I'll tell you how I do that when I get there.
It looks like you're putting your second wet wipe in this large trash bag.
I am.
And did 2 wet wipes seem to do the job?
Oh, yeah. Got a good layer there. I'm ready to start scraping up here in a second.
Roger that. So you're going to get your dry wipe and the scraper and the box.
Correct. All right, the J-hook's deactivated. I'll put the tip cover on and then hit on that.
Sounds like a good plan. Thanks for the tech-up, Shane.
View of the starboard Solar Alpha Rotary Joint, where Steve Bowen is present with a scraper tool for cleaning the joint and the race ring of contaminating metal filings that had been seen in this Solar Alpha Rotary Joint.
All right. I got the J-hook nozzle ready back to its original ret on the bag. Getting one off.
Copy, Shane. J-hook nozzle is stowed on the bag.
the spectacular view of spacewalker Steve Bowen.